Right now, though, like I said, we're just hanging out, shooting the shit, while I put in some tokens here.
Everybody on the streaming chat should vote if there should be a poop demon or
No.
a poop devil in the
You
game.
mean we're shooting the shit demon?
Yes.
Shooting the shit demon.
Maybe we can put the shit demon in the cannon and shoot it at someone else.
Please don't shoot the shit demon at anybody else, especially.
Why not?
I really don't want to shoot the shit demon at anybody else.
You don't want to shoot the shit?
No.
Makes me think of the aliens in Redneck Rampage that throw poop at you.
God damn. Why, though?
I don't know. They go, cookie, cookie, and they throw poop at you.
Tizanila, hello.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
And
Nila.
hey, Sakai actually was able to turn on Discord.
What?
You were able to turn on Discord, I'm proud of you.
Discord's been on?
Okay, well,
Tatters, are you okay?
Shut up. No, I'm never okay.
Tatters,
Tatters.
you're not you when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers.
Fuck off.
See, I told you needed a Snickers.
Tatter, so that last run that we did, that was like the craziest run ever. I ended up getting all of the speed boosting scrolls. Like, all of them. And you know how there's that one that makes it so you lose all of your shields to get that speed boost? That didn't matter, because I had the scroll that made it so all of my shields goes into my health and gives me health regen. So I'm just Sonic the dog with dual-wielding rocket launchers.
Sonic the fucking dog, shut
Go,
the
go, 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 go.
Yep, it was quite literally gotta go fast. I'm just running all over the place, nuking things constantly, and then I had like the thing that makes it so you take less damage the faster you move.
Oh
We're getting
god.
very passionate, by the way. Getting very loud.
Well, it was fun. That was the most fun I think I've had in a run in that game yet.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
he had
glad.
something like
Also,
plus 95 speed.
Another segue. I will actually be getting some new equipment, hopefully, come around Christmas time.
Hey.
So you guys should not be hearing feedback anymore. But for right now, I request ever so humbly that you please bear with me. It is
Wait, I
difficult
thought
on
you were a bat, not a bear.
Shut the fuck up. It is difficult on a fixed income to
bear
get
with
new
her.
equipment. Kibby.
I can hear the fist bump from here.
If it's my joke that you see in the upper right corner here, then... Oh. God damn it. Shut the fuck up, Kibby. Apparently Kibby is giggling about the Snickers comment.
Still?
So she's snickering?
Why not?
Motherfucker.
I hate you.
I'm not prepared for tonight.
I hate all of you.
You are not prepared.
I hate everything about everything.
You are not
Okay,
prepared?
I hate me too.
How hard is it not to be prepared for tonight, Finder?
Well, shit! Thanks for the host.
Oh.
I mean, we didn't really go into things, but I had a horrible night.
I heard. I'm
Oh, no.
sorry.
Ugh.
This is mighty unfortunate.
Yeah. But I'm doing okay. Unfortunately, it is all my fault because this all stemmed from forgetting my meds yesterday and then trying to rectify the situation. And I think I made it worse.
I was gonna say drugs will help, but apparently the drugs didn't help.
No, I noticed that I forgot to take my medication yesterday morning. And I decided in my infinite wisdom to try to take a half dose when I noticed it in the evening, and I think it stemmed like the bad effects of coming off of the meds, but I was still having a shit time as a result of having been off my meds. And so I was up until like
Yay!
5 in the morning
Shot.
because I was feeling barfy.
That sucks.
Yay being me. I'm surprisingly awake, though, considering that.
That's the wrong kind of thing. That's not what I'm looking for.
When y'all start actually playing, I will hop off the voice to not be a distracting.
Well, aren't you special?
Yeah, see, I don't mind distracting you when you're playing video games, but this is Pathfinder. This is D&D. This is different.
I would say, you could still stay, but we don't need help with the distractions.
Yeah, we don't need help for the distractions. That's right. Squirrel!
Alright, so I think I may have figured out my Discord feedback.
Oh.
So that should be fixed now.
I didn't hear any feedback the last couple days. That's good.
Oh, good.
I figured mine out. I use push to talk. And again, that's actually mostly stemming from last game I played being Among Us, and yeah. I'm just too lazy to change.
I used to use push to talk, but it's difficult in Pathfinder because then every time I'm trying to type something, I fill it full of V's.
That's usually what
ADHD, I would
happens here.
look a squirrel.
Hans, I fucking love you, dude.
One of my favorite cover artists on YouTube just uploaded a cover of one of my favorite anime openings. I love this. This is making my day less shit.
It's weirdly encouraging that I'm not the only one having a shit day.
I work at Walmart. Every day I have to go to work is a shit day. This
That's
day was just
entirely fair.
considerably less shit than yesterday.
Hey, at least thankfully some days they lock the bathrooms.
What?
I like this icon. I'm gonna use it.
And boy, I wish that was a joke. When I was working at Kohl's, we would actually lock the bathrooms on days like Black Friday.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that makes sense.
Not because of loss prevention. Because multiple years in the past, we'd end up with a literal shit show.
Oh no! I did not want to hear that.
So,
And now I'm envisioning it. Thanks.
yeah, when it's on the ceiling, it's time to lock the bathrooms.
No.
So what you're saying
No.
is the shit demon we were talking about earlier generally visited.
The great mighty Pooh.
Well, Poo Demon. Or in
The
this case,
Caco
Devil.
Demon. What is a Caco Demon?
Please don't start.
It's a big red thing that I shoot down in Doom.
We need to convert our cannonballs to summon Poo Demons when they hit the enemy ship.
Why? Why would you do this? No!
So I can figuratively say we shit all over them.
Not allowed!
I think we have to imbue
That
our
makes them less
cannonballs
fun
with,
to fight.
with Create Pit.
Ooh! No. They have portable holes in them. So they hit, they burst, and then they slap a portable hole in the nearest surface, because then that would actually let water in.
Not allowed.
That would be devastating.
Just any of that, not allowed.
Oh, Tatters.
What happens if you create pit on the side of a ship?
Nothing.
Okay, so go ahead.
We've been through this.
My partner Mark asked me the other night if Tatters, if your real life name was Annie, because he wanted to know if you were okay.
I already knew that was coming as soon as you said Annie, and I just glared at your icon on Discord. Wow.
You know,
Tatters.
you could have also
sensing
went.
a lot of no.
You
I'm
could have
sensing
also
a lot
went
of
with
sexual
the sun will
tension.
come out tomorrow.
A lot of sexual tension. Really? Really? I have not seen my partners in like a year and a half, and you're telling me I have a lot of sexual tension? Maybe I'll just fuck you.
Oh.
By creating a new hole.
Oh.
Now I see your real name is Alucard.
Also, Hans, filling a cannonball with liquid nitrogen. I agree with this plan. Let's do it.
Yes, we could cast.
That probably wouldn't do what you think it. Like, if you want real science, it probably wouldn't do what you think it would.
Yeah, but we don't talk about real science here.
No, that's fair.
Oh, we do try to apply real science.
Nitroglycerins? I mean, same deal. It probably wouldn't do what you think it would, but it would be really interesting.
It'd be really dangerous to try to shoot that too.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
Using
thinking.
that
is
icon.
Nitroglycerin, all you would really be doing would be turning your cannon into a colossal frag grenade.
Yeah, too much force, and it blows up in your cannon. Too little force, and it doesn't go very far.
Realistically, nitroglycerin's so sensitive.
Science is for losers.
To blast it with enough force to send it anywhere, it'd probably just blow up.
So we should either use the old-timey ballista, maybe, and even then the G-force acceleration might cause it to detonate.
Honestly, what you would need for that is a trebuchet.
I think so. That might be gentle enough, but maybe not.
Well, it's not that it'd still be high G acceleration, but it would be a more gentle acceleration.
Yeah, it's slightly slower. Yeah, slightly lower slope there.
There's no sharp shock acceleration, basically.
Yeah. This requires science.
She
I know
blinded
where
me with science!
I'm loving
Oh,
watching
shit,
Tatter
I
go
have-
through tokens when I have plenty of tokens and she just never asks.
You know what?
You know,
I
to
just
test
went through all
of
of this, putting everything on the wrong layer, so...
Oh, nice! Good job.
Okay, those three were on the right layer, so we're good there. At least. So, ladies and gentlemen, most of what I did today...
Needs to be redone.
No, not needs to be redone, but was done prior to game. Unfortunately, while I was diligent on making maps and making the all the lore, etc., for said maps, I didn't have time to actually put the tokens in. So what you're seeing right now is me actually placing the encounters.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't watch your stream.
Where's the
it's
chattering
not-
chat?
Why'd you break a trebuchet? No. Don't break the trebuchet. You need the trebuchet, Kibby.
Yes, we need the trebuchet to bring out to the desert to test nitroglycerin.
For science.
Exactly. I know where there's a nice wide open area.
You should check your Discord, Tedder.
I
And
should
we,
check
and
my
we should use
Discord.
pumpkins as the vessel.
I like this.
Yeah, those are some nice tokens, but they aren't in front of me right now, so I'm not going to worry about it.
You mean the ones that you can literally just download out of the thing and...
But then I have to upload them into the other things?
You have to do that anyway, because when you click on the thing in Roll20, it's uploading it to the campaign.
Great. But it takes 0.5 seconds from uploading it from a source that Roll20 already recognizes, whereas it takes like 2 minutes uploading from a source that Roll20 doesn't recognize.
It's not about being recognized, that's literally a Google search.
My point is, for me to upload it to... Shut the fuck up.
No.
My point is, for me to upload it from my computer to Roll20 takes about 2 minutes. For me to select a token that is already in its database and put it onto the map, 2 seconds.
You need to get better internet, apparently?
I don't have control over that.
You remember where she is, right?
Yes.
The middle of
That's some
nowhere.
garbage internet.
It is garbage internet, but it is the best that...
I'm just used to Canadian internet now.
Yeah,
it is
I'm
the
used to the
best that
Canadian
the current
internet.
residents of this household could do in our current situation. So, I am not going to complain, because I don't pay for the internet. I pay $500 a month to live here, eat whatever the hell I want, have a roof over my head, be able to sleep whenever the hell I want, and all I have to do is clean up the kitchen. I'm quite happy with my content would be a better word. Anyway,
I still want to shoot shit demons at things.
don't shoot shit demons at things, please.
We will
Alright,
find a
so
way.
last thing I need to do is look up health values and armor values for things, and we are good to go.
Yay.
So if I upload these tokens myself, which doesn't take very long...
If
you're
you
not gonna use
upload the
them?
tokens yourself, they should be uploaded to the campaign, and I should be able to use them next time we play. But I am trying to actually get us into playing right now, so I am going to ignore you.
Okay, I can just delete your tokens and...
Livestream gets to watch Agario while we wait.
The DMs fighting each other.
It's a big ball.
Don't die, Lance. We believe in you.
I'm sorry. The quality.
But yeah, total time spent on this map so far is about 5 hours. Actually, no, because I was working on this. No, 5 hours. 5 hours. That is.
Seriously, just do what I think it did. Oh my god.
So, for
I blame
those of
Tanner
you
for
watching
this.
the stream that are thinking about getting into DMing, 90% of your time is actually building your scenario. It is not a bad gig. I'm not going to bash DMing. I'm not going to say don't do it. It is actually very rewarding. But to give your players a good experience that you should feel proud of does take a lot of time and effort. It does take you actually putting the work in to give them an experience that they are going to come away from thinking that they have actually been fulfilled. So, yeah, you can play a module. And most players will be perfectly fine with that. But if you are planning on building your own campaign, put the work into it. 100% put the work into it. Otherwise, your players are going to feel like it's lackluster. You are going to feel shit about it. And you're going to walk away thinking that you never want to do it again.
And you'll end up thinking you're a crap DM when, you're not actually.
Yeah. Like, storytelling is amazing. Having the skill to be able to do storytelling, you can do a module and be just fine. But you need to have the background for it too. You need to have something for your players to do. Something for them to visualize. Like, a fair portion of DMing is also storytelling. Thank you, Belly. Which is why a lot of DMs can get away with just doing modules. If you play it right, your players will love you for it. Doesn't matter how many times they've done the content. They will absolutely love you for it because you get into character. You get into every scene. You get into every encounter. And it just doesn't matter.
Get into me, Woo.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to, pour my heart out here, and you're just like, hey, let me get that dick. Come on, Sigil, what the fuck?
So you're turning him on, or her on.
Them on, whatever.
Them on, yep.
Damon. Damien.
Shut the fuck up. We're not talking to him right now. But, over and over, you can still change things up. Yes! Exactly! Your group will never be the same. Even if you're playing with the same people, offline, the characters that they're playing are likely going to be different every time, which brings a different dynamic, which brings a different facet to the story.
Okay, except for my character. I'm always an asshole.
It's worth saying in that vein, the group that I currently play with, we're playing through Curse of Strahd right now, and
no.
one of the other people in my party had previously played through Curse of Strahd beginning to end.
I apologize, folks. I have to use the restroom real quick. I've been trying to put it off until I get all the stat blocks in here, but I just can't. I will be right back. Tyan, no.
It'd be impressive if you said I could, but
Oh no, it's a big chungus.
Is it bad that I didn't hear a word Tatter said?
It was mostly for her streamers.
I mean, she kind of started jerking herself off, so.
We can't put that on stream.
Sure we can.
Demonetized.
But DMing is hard. If you can't do the storytelling, it's not so great. So
DMing is so hard.
I find it hard.
Guys, can we get 1 million likes?
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Honestly, when she said she'd put 5 hours into the map, I was like, does it?
I feel bad because I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, I've spent 20 plus on single maps for our campaigns when I was doing them.
I've probably logged 20 hours into the outline of the Mists campaign.
Yeah, but that's the whole campaign.
Well, that's the map.
But
sometimes
yeah, no,
maps come together quick.
Finder was getting frustrated with me because I was kind of talking shit about Tatter earlier today.
Oh.
Because spending time playing games and that sort of thing when this needed to be done.
I mean, it's
wait, who was
offered
frustrated
for-
with you for me
No, I was frustrated with you and talking shit about you earlier to Finder, because I was frustrated that I saw you playing games so often when we knew this had to be done. And like I was just saying earlier, you're talking about spending 5 hours on these maps. So like I've spent 20 plus on single maps for our campaigns. Like,
and no, that is a fair.
I don't want to shoot down your achievements, but part of DMing is you're talking about putting that effort into it.
No. Everybody's voice is fair and valid.
Wow.
I
Don't
just
say
don't
that
even
to
have
Trump.
that kind of time.
Yeah, I'm calling Tatter out because I co-DM
You're
almost
being
every
that way.
campaign.
I couldn't put in 5 hours or 20 hours, so I appreciate it either way.
I appreciate when someone else DMs so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's actually part of the reason why I've stepped back from doing the mapping stuff, is because
And
it took
on
so
that note,
fucking
Felix,
long.
I will straight up admit I am the casual DM. Like, most of my time is spent trying to wrap my head around, okay, how am I actually going to get the motivation to do anything?
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
Parry this, you filthy cat.
But
What the hell
when I
is
actually set to do what I need to do, I will spend 5 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, the entire goddamn day that I'm awake.
Oh yeah, you absolutely will. Also, to the right, Tatter, what the hell is that?
It's the poop demon.
Demon, don't worry about it.
Ooh, what the heck just happened? Sorry, I'm in a totally other world here right now.
I need to
Because
get
I've
back
been
into
placing
my place.
tokens by the other ones that you've made, so that you can see them and compare. But like,
Wait,
the
what?
fuck is that?
Is that fucking poop rat? Is that poop rat?
I think
You were
you're on a different page.
No, I'm not. Right side.
Oh no. My page reloaded.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Is Roll20 having problems?
Roll20 might be having problems.
I keep
no.
forgetting I have to censor myself because YouTube's.
No, it's fine. I'm not monetized.
Wait, Lance, when did you get demonetized?
I never got monetized. I got 1,000 subs, but I also have to get 4,000 view hours per like 2 months or something.
Oh.
YouTube's is a funky system.
It's incredibly annoying. I was monetized like a really long time ago, but then they're like, "Oh, now you have to be
Yeah.
1,000 subs to get any money." So I got like $40, and I can't take it out because you have to have $100 before you can take it out of Google Pay or whatever.
That was so freaking frustrating when they did that, because I actually had my channel monetized at one point. I wasn't
Right.
using it, but then all of a sudden it disappeared, and apparently they took it from a lot of people.
Yep.
When they changed the rules.
Yep. We're getting there. We're getting there.
So now I'm seeing your extra.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
just placing the ones that I'm making so you can do the comparison. But yeah, no, they're the one that I just placed, which you were just looking up the stat block for. If you go all the way to the far right,
Cyclops Hoplon.
oh, well, I was trying to get you to
Ooh.
imply what it is without saying it, but okay.
I don't know how else to say it, so there you go. Are you happy now?
At least
Unfortunately,
one.
I don't
you're
think I
supposed to get
have.
right from the encounter. Don't worry.
I mean, I do have a Cyclops token. But it's not a Hoplon token.
Do we remember what we did last week, folks?
Yes.
Oh shit! It is 5:30, isn't it?
Again, why I was kind of talking shit and.
Minute to go.
Yeah, I've spent whole days building the campaign stuff so that Tatter could come in and fill in details in like half an hour, and it made me want to strangle her every time.
I've been working this entire time. I don't know what you want from me.
More!
Apparently.
It's another big chungus.
Like,
We want more.
I had to
Need to get
decide
the Star
tonight.
Wars meme in here.
No,
I had to decide tonight. Am I going to put in the dynamic lighting right now, or am I going to spend another half hour of you guys waiting for me while I did the dynamic lighting and the tokens? I decided, you know what? I'm gonna put in the tokens. I can do reveal areas for you guys, and I can turn off dynamic lighting for this map for the time being.
It
Yeah,
makes me.
so.
Well, that's also why there's two of us. I could do dynamic lighting while you're dealing with the tokens.
Then fucking go for it.
I mean, if you want the dynamic lighting, I can do that.
Do the
Just have to
dynamic
figure-
lighting instead of changing up sprites.
Well, they're placed at this point because I don't know what to do about your shit demon. So
There is no shit demon. There is not actually a shit demon. Belly just really wants me to put in a shit demon.
I also
Literal
need to figure
shitpost.
out what's inside and what's outside because you have.
Both of these levels are inside. They are just two separate levels.
Okay, I see. So this is going to be the inside area. Got it. Okay.
What's gonna happen is the big boss down at the bottom is gonna summon the shit demons.
No,
and
I
throw
don't
them at
want
us.
beams.
The boss
Not
is gonna
the
cover us with shit
beams.
demons.
Where do I begin?
Ooh.
You.
You
Almost walked straight into a huge one. There's more.
So if I remember right, we went to a tavern to see a guy who wanted us to go see another guy because he
to
wasn't
see a
sure
guy about a thing.
if he was a navigator or not.
He said he knew
Yeah,
what a navigator
but
was. They're basically a homeless dude.
Dude claiming to be a navigator.
Right.
Not actually.
You claiming to be a navigator, as all three of you has corroborated. Do you claiming to be a navigator is actually in basically the slave pen, and he's essentially a homeless dude that wants to get out of that life. If anybody will please purge him of this plight.
And he's in the slave pen, you just said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, we should just go buy him.
Makes
We've
sense.
bought a city. What's a slave?
I love you guys.
You're fucking phenomenal.
Tatters, do you ever stop and just go, I encourage these people?
I do encourage these people.
You know, if I was the captain of our boat, I would hire all female crew members.
Well,
Of
most
course
them
You know
are.
you would.
You're the only
You realize
male
you're the
in the
only
main
male in
set.
I know I'm the only male in the party, but I would still hire all female.
Tatter, just to make sure, I assume this is like a doorway or something?
That is a door to the outside.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, this is actually not the level you guys are currently on, and it's not the level you guys are going to be on when you enter this area.
Oh, well. If I had known that before. You can distinguish between blue and yellow, right? I always forget.
Yes.
Okay.
Red and oranges confuse me. Blue and purples confuse me. Greens and browns confuse me.
Okay. So if I did yellow and green, you'd be confused.
If you did yellow and green, I'd be confused.
And the military made you a systems admin?
Ah, fucking right! Low standards!
Remind me again, what are the colors of making a Cat 5?
No.
Can you differentiate blue and green?
Blue, green, orange, round. Huh?
But a yes or no?
Wires and engineering.
No.
Well, I haven't placed the green yet. Now there's a green door there.
I'll be back in a second.
Is there? Because I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, well, there's 2 large lines. Let me check and make sure your stream can actually... Oh, God, you've disconnected again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, no. Switch your layer to the dynamic lighting layer really quick.
Oh. Yeah, right.
That would be why.
I can see that.
Okay, so you can tell the difference?
Yep.
I also tried to make the doors thicker, so it's more obvious. And then apparently one along the sides also got super thick. Extra thick. Extra thick. Okay, so what is the level that we're on?
We are currently on the ground floor levels.
Which
Or is that not what you were asking?
Temple ground floor. That's where I am right now. That is where I'm doing the things.
The heck?
God. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Why are you like this?
Because you love it. Don't lie, you know you do. Okay.
Hey, Tatters.
Yes, dear.
What does this navigator guy have to do with the temple?
That's a
Nothing.
different quest.
You need a navigator. The temple is a
Right.
different thing.
Right, so...
Do you want me to skip the temple for now and just move on to you guys talking to the
No.
homeless dude?
well... I mean,
King to the homeless dude.
unless you're gonna segue us into going to the temple somehow tonight, I don't know why you were...
You wanted to go talk to Bonefist. I'm pretty sure Bonefist is our avenue to the temple.
I did?
Yes.
Fist is
Somebody
ready.
wanted us to talk to Bonefist.
Who?
Somebody
Wasn't
wanted
me.
the fisting to happen?
Pretty sure it was you because Silver said Bonefist isn't somebody you want to talk to, and you said, "Oh yes, he is."
I think you're mistaken there.
Okay, I think that was also a wall.
At least in the context of that. I believe I said that Bonefist might be someone he might not want us to talk to. Because
I'm assuming that anything that's grayed out slightly is just a raised area. It's not blocking.
Grayed out slightly is either raised or lowered. Grayed out moderately is an object that people can move. Grayed out heavily is an object that people cannot move.
Jesus. Well, okay then. Oops. No! Okay. I did the thing. I fixed it though. It's okay. Everybody settle down. Why is that, that line's booty got massive?
So about moving to Foundry.
Yeah,
Well,
let's do that
originally
tonight.
the plan was...
We will be
Orig-
moving to Foundry the next time that we run this campaign. Now, for those of you that have not found out already, once this group is done with this campaign, Pathfinder is going on hiatus for a month. Whether that lands next month, whether that lands on January, whether that lands on February, Pathfinder is stopping for a month.
Why is that?
she needs a break. That's
I
her-
need a break.
I mean, somebody else could do it.
Well,
Hey, Belly, you want a
prep
DM?
time for getting the new version built.
Fearless. I can't tell stories for shit, so no.
Yeah, no, Lance.
Yeah,
is
the last
actually-
time Belly tried to DM, we ended up with a randomly generated dungeon map.
That's it. Yep.
Fine.
That was our campaign.
That was our campaign. Yep.
Which
It
is
was murder.
fine.
Yeah, it was murder hobo time.
And that's all it was.
I mean, if I can get the motivation together, I could potentially piece the start of the Mist campaign together. But I just haven't been working on it.
Yeah, we had no problems with a murder hobo campaign. We just didn't make it very far for some reason.
I don't remember what it was.
Those
Yeah,
are all done. Those are all done. Okay.
if Tatters wants a break or something, I can throw a dungeon at people, but that's about all I can do.
See, that depends on how much everybody wants to do. Gaming is the thing.
And how long it takes.
But
'Cause-
Lance is actually correct. The reason that I want to just stop doing Pathfinder on Fridays for a month is because I want time to detox. I want time to recollect
You
my
are-
thoughts.
you
And
are
I want
pretty
time
toxic.
to refund. Shut the fuck up. I want time to refine the game and actually put together a solid outline for it for the next group to play.
I thought I heard refuck for some reason in there.
To also refuck.
Yes, that one.
But Tatters has earned a break. As
I
much as
forget.
I would be sad, but yes.
I forget what light is typically, like for a torch.
All right.
2010,
So the
2040?
dim light for 40, bright light for 20.
Is that what it? I think that's a. Not a torch. I think that's something else, but we can go with that for now.
Maybe a campfire.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Do torch for 30, 15.
Yeah,
Actually, 30, 10. Because the hallways in here are 10. The actual rooms themselves, candles are as normal. But the hallways in here are lit by oil basins that run the hallways.
Oh, I don't have one of those icons at the moment.
The temple's too cheap to employ continuous flaming braziers, brazzers, whatever they're called.
Brazzers.
Sure, you can look at it that way.
Browsers.
It sounds like. That
Braziers.
sounds like porn.
All
We
right.
need to go get
So-
ourselves some more brazzers.
I have the tokens on the map. That means we are ready to continue our game tonight.
Yay. I don't have to play Tetris.
And as far as Sky Seeking, your question, if Rusty would be willing to DM, he actually usually works on Fridays, so unfortunately, that would probably not be an option. It may be, but most likely not.
Hey Tatters,
Yes, my dear.
I just figured how you could hook the navigator guy into the temple thing. Say a bunch of
Well-
slaves. Just say a bunch of slaves are bought, and they were put in the expedition to go to the temple, and now we have to go rescue them.
Well, here's the thing. There are 3 navigator hooks here.
This one could be.
Fuck.
No. I already have each navigator hook planned out.
Well,
Like I
that's
was trying to say last week, I had each navigator hook planned out. The one that you guys picked was one of the hooks that I had planned. You guys go save him or do whatever you will at the what is essentially the slave pens and go from there, or you guys just hire a navigator from the pirate companies, or you talk to Bone Fist and he tells you that he will give you his personal navigator for your expedition, but you have to do him a favor.
I like that idea.
How did you hide this, Tatter? What's
How about we
going
take
on?
2 navigators?
That would actually be funny. Hire both No. Hire all 3 navigators and then place bets on how much they bicker.
Reset.
I like it. Let's go with it. Anyway,
What fog did you use, Tatter?
what font did
To
I
make-
use? I am using the updated dynamic lighting. I am also using Explorer mode.
Right, so this map was never hidden in the first place.
Correct.
Okay, so it's just... They're weird, because I have global illumination turned on so I could test lighting stuff, and nothing changed.
RTX on versus RTX off.
Yeah. Like, I can't actually tell... Oh, maybe it's the GM overlay. That's what it is. If I set
from
this to
the
100...
chat on Twitch on my side, Sky is asking, could we move Pathfinder to other nights? As far as I'm aware, Friday was our best night. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
If other people are willing to do other days or nights, I could potentially run my campaign on a different day, but we'd have to work that out, and I'd have to actually get the motivation to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
This is in reference to maybe Rusty running the campaign, and I sit back as a player rather than being DM.
Yeah. Letting Tatter actually play for once?
I mean, that was my intention. I wanted to see more whale dinghy.
Yeah, Tatter and her
Whale
whale
dinghy.
dinghies.
For those that are not aware of the inside joke there, I had a white scaled kobold that was very, very touched in the head.
It wasn't
That's
the,
putting it lightly.
The experimental surgeon or whatever it was called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was an alchemist Kyrgyz, and her weapon of choice was a syringe spear made from a whale penile bone.
Heck?
How well do you want this lit, Tatter?
You're gonna
like
get
I
banned
said-
from streaming.
Like I said, shut the fuck up, Billy. The hallways are dimly lit. The rooms themselves, however, are lit plentifully. Not like overbearing light, but
The reason I'm asking is because when you start stacking light sources, it gets
weird. I know.
yeah. So okay.
Again, why
Well,
we
you
are
start-
moving to Foundry.
Thankfully, because my character is quiet, I don't have to worry about most interactions. So you can just start, and I'll just fuck around with this. And
Okay. So, without further ado, we will actually get into the game here now. Last we left our intrepid adventurers, go ahead, Tobias. It sounded like you had the most accurate account. So, if you would like to lead us.
All right. So we talked to the harbor master / dock worker guy there. and
Harbor Master, yep.
We asked him about finding a navigator, and he said that he knew of someone, and we had to go to this tavern to ask them about the navigator. And I think we did that.
Mhm.
That person said that he's in the slave pens, and he doesn't quite know if he's a navigator or not. And that's all I remember.
Okay. Does anybody have any supporting information for Tobias?
The guide I don't know if it's the guy we're looking for or the guy we're looking for is named Creed McIntosh. And we have to go talk to old Faraj, who looks over the saltfish, which is the slave pen area.
Very
Wow.
good.
Wow! Because that totally missed that last week. See,
Nope.
see how much I wasn't paying attention and someone else was? Thank God.
Now, you guys were both paying attention. It's just, you had different pieces of information. Yours was more vague, while Tammara's was
Detailed.
specific. Not detailed, but specific.
I took notes, so
Yep.
it wasn't in my
Very good.
brain.
somebody takes notes.
They're always in shorthand though, and sometimes I forget things.
She write them on her hairy arm.
No, she actually braids them into her fur.
Ah! You have a knot language that you can, tie your little fur hairs into so that you can then read them later? That's cool.
Don't ask furries about their not language.
Oh!
Oh! Hey, Razin, there's a shout out to you. Razin said not earlier.
Oh no.
Actually, you know what? Because somebody brought up knots, I need to figure out if there's a way in stream avatars to give Razin a free, like, 5 bits.
Oh. You mean 5 knots?
You need a knot.
No,
emote.
5 bangos.
Anyways, let's go to the saltfish area.
Alright, so you guys are heading to the saltfish.
Maybe we can get in a fight there for Zira.
Oh boy, Zira needs more fights.
And by the way, look at Zira. Do not buy any slaves that you prepare to consume, because I will not tolerate murder.
So,
No, see,
That's
if
just
I want to
shopping
eat them,
for
I'll
snacks.
buy them fair and square.
I think that's Tobias's point. He doesn't want you to buy people to eat them.
But snacks, though.
Yeah,
I will
your
only
response could
buy
straight
them
up.
if they're of an interesting race.
And then you'll
Can-
need to free them.
Is it okay if Zira eats the slavers since they're bad people?
Well, see, what I'll do is I will offer to free them in exchange for an arm.
No, that's extortion. I can't
So
agree
what
to
you're
that.
saying is their freedom costs an arm?
Or a leg?
It's better than a leg.
Not a leg.
Nope, just an arm.
Hey, I'm leaving them all the good stuff. They get to keep their liver.
Leaving the...
Get
You
to
open
keep
up
their
a,
liver.
A fast food joint that sells wings. You know?
Oh.
They get to keep their liver. Thanks for that.
Let's go with our soup kitchen. We'll have a,
What about the legs? They don't need them.
fried turkey leg.
They're not for eating.
Alright, so to the saltfish.
Onward to the saltfish. Saltfish is number 26. So, you guys are taking the ferry over.
Okay.
Tammara,
Yes.
I will allow you to run your own token, and unless you guys say otherwise, Tammara's is the group token, and Tammara is deciding where you guys go.
Sounds
What
fine
you
to
will
me.
need to do is pass through the cave systems to the gated area at the southeast.
Gated area to the southeast. Oh, that's way down there.
That's way the fuck down.
Hi, Tiger. This is not a good time.
So it's the path
Here's
the
a good
ferry
idea.
takes then.
The ferry can either take you to number 8 is the merchant marina, which is where the merchants actually get their goods in, and that is the top section of piers right here.
Hmm.
They can also take you down here, but they have to be convinced to do so, because that is more into the city, away from their stores and shacks, etc. You can also no, 15 is the island there. 16. Let me take a look. Cove and Rudder.
Guessing that this is the main entrance to the cave system.
Yep.
It's probably fine to start up here since we can get to the road a little easier anyway. Maybe.
Alright, so move your token as you please.
Do I need to stop for anything in the ocean squares, or do they just go straight to the
No,
docks?
not in the ocean squares. You can go straight to the dock. Yeah,
The
this
ferry might be
entire
attacked by ocean monsters. Come on.
this entire area, Port Peril, all of it is actually protected by the pirates. If you've made it into Port Peril, you will not be fucked with. At least not on the seas.
What about under the seas?
Under the sea.
And this is why we attack Belly regularly.
Yeah, why Belly gets thumped on occasion.
I'm just thinking here that if I was a pirate place and I had slaves and my slaves died, my version of corpse disposal would be to throw them in the water. And you know what happens when you throw a lot of corpses in the water at a certain spot?
A lot of sharks, a lot of carrion feeders.
Or they turn into undead.
I don't know when it first started happening
Worst
in real
case
life.
scenario, they turn into a single undead.
But
Yeah. What's
in that place? More potential for undead.
I know places in the modern era that would probably put like underwater nets like at all the entrances to this to cut it off from anything big getting in.
And then
Pretty much.
you could use those underwater nets and then drag them to a certain area to be defenses. Wouldn't that be
Pretty
cool?
much.
Someone tries to infiltrate your base underwater and they swim into a group of sea zombies. Yeah.
For your information, there are sharks and large fish that if you go into the water and you are not prepared, probably going to die.
Hey, Zira.
Do what?
There's food down there. Pointing to the water.
Anyway, once you get to the merchant docks, they ask you what your business is, what cargo you're carrying, do you have your own manifest, or do we need to inspect your ship?
Well, we came on the ferry. Not our ship.
Actually, so they would be asking, do we need to inspect your cargo?
I believe Jacqueline has our manifest, and she's going to be selling our cargo / plunder. We're also selling a ship.
Because you do have your wagon with you, correct?
Why would we bring our wagon with us?
To sell your plunder?
That's Jacqueline's job.
I mean, yeah, but she's
Right, but Jacqueline is with you.
Is she at
Yeah.
the party right now?
I don't know when. I thought
If
we
you're
basically
going
did
into
the selling
into the
yesterday
main town in order to sell things, then
or
yeah.
last session.
We're going to the main town to go visit the saltfish area, not to sell things. I
Well,
mean,
she can go off to sell things.
we could do both at once.
Yeah.
It is up to you whether you want to leave Jacqueline in town to take care of those affairs.
I would obviously have part of the crew escort her.
Yeah.
If she's going off by
Obviously.
herself. Otherwise, we would go with her.
Right.
I mean, it is a pirate town, so.
Yeah.
Essentially, you have come to customs. Let me
Okay.
just leave it there. You have come to the customs office once you enter the docks.
That's where we pull out a bottle of that very fine booze we found in the academy and give it to whoever the customer.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sure Jacqueline would have taken care of that because she's the savvy merchant type and knows how to give bribes and when to.
Yeah, considering she's going black market now, yeah, probably. She'd be the first one to start bribing people.
But I get some RP points for, also having the idea.
I like it, yeah.
Anyways, and just like, we're off to the saltfish. We're going to pick up some, I guess you would call
Salted
it cargo.
fish?
And the customs officer pulls down his spectacles to the end of his nose and just looks at you straight in the face with his eyes. Just that knowing look of the librarian that knows you're not in here to research, you're just in here to play video games.
Ha!
And then readjusts his spectacles, puts them back on his eyes, and says, "We'll forgive that dalliance, but is there anything else you wish to claim?"
I think that covers
And
everything.
he's not being offensive. He's not being rude. He's just being very
No clue what you're talking about. That's all I gotta say.
As you explain that you're going to the Saltfish to pick up cargo, he definitely understands what you mean. But as this is Port Peril, it's legal.
Right.
So he is disappointed, but he's not stopping you from doing it.
Okay. Don't look at me that way. I'm gonna free whatever cargo I purchase.
Yeah,
Do you
don't say
have
that.
anything else to claim?
No!
At the moment the word "I'm going to" comes out of your mouth, he just interrupts you and asks you, do you have anything else to claim?
No!
Don't believe so.
Very good. Welcome to Port Peril.
Jesus.
And he waves you through. As you enter the square, though, it is a bustling market. Anything and everything that you could ever want seems to be within reach.
Spelljamming
If they don't have it, they can get it. Spelljammers included.
We need lots of money for Spelljamming Helm, though, unfortunately.
That's gonna be like hundreds on hundreds of thousands of platinum, but yes.
Yeah.
There is someone who tells you that they are aware of the technology and they are willing to poke at their contacts to get you in touch with them.
Well, good, because if I want to throw a curveball into Tatters, we'll be like, let's go to Spelljam!
I was gonna say that's the perfect thing to get Jacqueline's.
No, what they
new
would do
features
is
going
send you
on.
to Numeria.
Tatters will be driving an ice pick into her skull for that one.
Technically, the age that I am putting this in canon is right after Starfall. So, people are aware of Spelljammer. They are aware that space travel is possible now. But nobody's touching it with a fucking 30-mile pole.
Well, it'd be 10 miles, roughly.
You understand what I mean. Shut up. As far as my chat goes, Kitty, I do hope that the kiddo is going to be okay. It is unfortunate to hear that the kiddo is sick.
Alright.
Tatter, just to make sure, are there supposed to be doors in these gaps on this map?
Let me take a look at which gap you're talking about.
Well, just in general. Because I'm noticing in the GM notes some mentions of doors, but there are no doors placed anywhere, so...
Yeah, so every gap that you see into a hallway has a door. If it's a 2-section hallway, it has a door straight in the middle. If it is any more than that, the doors are on either side.
Okay. So basically it's just pick where to place doors.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you delete things if you don't like them, but otherwise... place stuff.
Okay, so we ask around to find what's the quickest way to get to the Saltfish.
And what you were told is to head up to the bluff, head into the caves, head out of the caves, come out the ass end, and go back into the Saltfish.
Very specific.
We have 3
Sarcasm.
creatures in this party that know very much about coming and going through the ass end.
Great. Just great.
So where's our best place to get up onto the bluff? I guess this kind of seems like the least steep. I don't see a road access anywhere.
There are road accesses. Like, if you head up the back end here. Actually, there isn't a road access. What the fuck?
Yeah, I looked all up and down. I couldn't find a road connection.
Yeah, I would say head between these houses. Back here.
Okay. It's a bit of a loop.
But yeah, essentially this leads up the hill to the back of it,
Okay.
and then you would need to head on to there.
Okay. Is there a limit to, like, are we doing rolls as we move here, or are this going around?
No. Essentially this is just played as you are heading through the markets. If you would like to roll perception checks, or if you would like to roll some craft checks to figure out what people are selling and what kind of quality they're selling it at, essentially any kind of towny checks that you want to do, you can do at this time.
I would assume that Jacqueline is maybe doing this as she's out here selling stuff. Maybe we can roll for her later.
Perception check?
Jacqueline is already taken care of, because Felix already did all of the calculations for loot.
Yeah,
in the
we did
last
all
game.
the loot stuff. At this point, it's just role play that she is doing things, not.
All right. I'd
Yeah.
say maybe when we get back to her, she can tell us what she found out.
Sure.
Oh, for her schmoozing and whatever? Yeah.
Save us some time here so that people who aren't good at appraise don't have to appraise things.
Yep. So she can do her schmoozing. That's a thing I forgot about.
It'll take us this far for now.
Just make sure no one steals my purse. That's all I care about right now.
Tobias, I need a perception check from you.
No stealing my money. And no, I'm not carrying all my money on me. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Why is Vi's character sheet not
Okay.
there?
I need a different die. So I'm just gonna use
This is
the...
where I would like to mention that Zira has 3 separate decoy coin purses.
Alright, they did not roll very well. I'm not actually giving them a modifier, so Tobias, you feel a tug at your waist.
Snarl at whoever's doing that. If you try to take my money, I will cut you, and the wound will never stop bleeding, and you will die.
Jesus.
And you see this little urchin child. Seems to be some kind of half goblin, half human.
The heck?
Running away crying.
Jeez, Tobias. A little overkill, don't you think?
I was not bluffing.
No bluff roll necessary.
I mean, I
But,
feel bad that the poor goblin child ran away crying, but they couldn't.
Dookie!
Money.
Thanks for the sub.
You're
Can you
worse than
give-
I am. We have lots of money. What's a few copper?
No, they gotta ask for the money.
Oh shit, speaking of booty, do
Oh,
you guys
no.
know what I did forget to do?
Wipe your booty.
Loot for the campaign?
No. No.
Oh,
No,
you
I forgot to
put
do
some
some...
wenches and whores in there?
I forgot to do something for stream avatars.
Oh.
Oh.
I
I'm
forgot to
disappointed
switch
now.
us over to the Port Peril background for stream avatars.
How dare you?
I'm the worst, I know. But also, since we're in Port Peril, where was that? Where was it? There we go. We're playing Before the Storm again.
So we arrived at the top of the bluff. What kind of area are we in now? It looks like it's upscale.
A little more upscale. You're starting to see manor houses. Mostly you're just seeing larger residential houses.
I must be
But-
mistaken.
Sorry, go ahead.
The map has not changed for me.
We're just looking at Tammara's token.
I don't even see Tammara's token.
We're on the bottom right-hand side continent, near the castle.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah, we're just following Tammara's token.
We did a loop
So-
around this to get up here.
So, like I said, you do get directions along the way. But as you head up on top of the bluff, you're mostly looking at larger houses. There are a few manor houses, and there's one or two estates. But mostly, this is still the more well-to-do residential.
Indeed.
And I will double check on the PDF just to make sure that is correct.
It appears so.
9/11.
Oh.
So 9/11. No.
That's unfortunate.
Eastwind. Where's the Eastwind? I will take a look at what the Eastwind is real quick. Okay, yeah. So, more to the south is just a mixed neighborhood. That's the only thing that's really a indicator of what you're getting into.
Right. Okay. Keep on keeping on.
Yep. However,
Oh.
it does look like there seem to be a few more patrols here than there were in the northeastern ward.
Interesting. What is this very large building down here?
That is one of the chapels, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, it doesn't say.
All right. Seems like it would be.
So that would be one of the estates. So very well to do. Probably one of the captain.
Probably. I wonder if it's our good friend, John Silver. If it is, we may have to pay him a visit sometime.
We should set it on fire.
No. That's just valuable stuff in there.
After we loot everything?
Maybe.
No, you see, Silver would have to, he'd have to be closer to the sea, you know. Smelling that brine in the morning really gets his jollies.
So he's
Could
at
be this one,
Saltfish.
then.
I'm not telling you guys any further information.
And I'm guessing these are just still some more larger estates here that are kind of getting more spread out.
Yeah. Manor houses, larger houses. You're still in residential, general residential.
How long is it taking us to go this far?
It's taking you a better part of the afternoon so far. Actually, no, you guys
Looking for
arrived
the
in morning and
scale, but-
immediately set out, didn't you?
I would like to think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, so no, it's taking you a better part of the morning to get through all of this. But, so you'd be into, like, mid-afternoon by now.
Long and windy path. So we've arrived at the cave mouth.
Once you hit the cave mouth, you do realize that this is supposedly part of the city. But now you are seeing more in the way of workers, patrols. You're not really seeing kids running around, for instance. You're not really seeing mom and dad going back and forth. You're not really seeing people just milling around. People in here have a purpose.
They're at work. Alright, and I guess we'll head in. We might have to find someone to tell us the path through this what's probably a maze of tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see anyone around who can tell us the path we need to take to...
Yeah, I just found the path you need to take, and dumb.
Oh.
I wonder if there are things to fight in the cave.
There's always things to fight in caves. If video
Not
games have taught me
as
everything.
much. But no, if we want to fast track this, then what I'm going to ask you to do is give me a few perception checks. Everyone that is going through the cave system.
Okay.
I want 3 from each person.
3 from each of us.
You said
3 perception checks from each person.
Each person that's in there.
Ooh, I rolled 2 good ones. Excuse me.
All right. Tammara.
Yeah. Looks like we still need Zira.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Where the hell did my sheet go?
I've been having some problems, so it could be Roll20 is screwing with us right now.
I usually have mine popped out.
By the by, does everybody have a mixture of coins on their person, or
Basically.
is everybody pretty much just God, what's the poker term for queuing up your chips to the next level?
I am confused.
I have a mixture.
Vi has a mixture.
I have a mixture. The
Can I do
decoy
that?
pouches are actually just like copper. It's not
Oh.
actually a decoy, but it's a small amount
If you have purposely put on your character, and this is canon to your character, not just something you come up with on the spot,
Yeah.
roll again all 3 perception checks. Take the better result.
If what?
If there is a canon reason, like your character would actually do it, and you have
having
decoy
decoys?
pouches
Yeah.
for important materials, for spell components, or for coin value, roll again on all 3 perception checks and take the better result.
I probably have mine in different
I
bags
didn't
for
realize I was
coin
rolling
value,
3.
but I want to have them. I want to have different bags for
Oh look,
paranoia
perfect
reasons.
multiples.
Alright, so Tammara,
Yes.
you are 12 copper, 1 silver, 3 gold, and 1 platinum lighter.
Ooh.
Entire nation. Can you repeat those numbers though, by the way?
Yep. Actually, I need to roll again because my second one also. Actually, you met.
Oh.
You met, so you would have seen them try to take it.
Oh.
And on the third one, you far exceeded. So while they were coming up, you saw them.
We're gonna get stabbed.
Nude Key, you met. You far exceeded. And you far exceeded. Tobias, you far exceeded on each one.
I got lucky.
Vi, you far exceeded on each one.
Yay.
Zira, you far exceeded on each one. The only person that lost anything was Tammara.
That sucks. So who's
So
trying to steal from me?
More urchin kids.
Oh, urchin.
I'm going to straight up tell the urchin kids when they try to come for my money, if you can get it without me noticing, you can keep it.
And I'm guessing this is said as they are attempting to be sneaky and not even near you, just coming up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking at them, just casually offhand.
So Tammara, those numbers again, real quick for Tammara, those numbers again are 12 copper, 1 silver, 3 gold, 1 platinum.
Okay.
I just picked a random pile of dice, so
Okay.
it is what it is.
Are any of them being particularly persistent with me, considering I'm treating it basically like a game?
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Zira, go ahead and roll me another 3. I know you already rolled twice for each one.
Hey, Tatters. You need to make a will save. Your
I
urchin.
need to make a will save for the urchin.
Yeah, he's getting charm personed.
Oh no!
What are you doing, Belly?
Charming an urchin. All right, I'm just gonna roll base 10. So there you go, a 7.
Hello, my new little friend. Friends don't steal from friends, but you can steal from that one and point at 0.
Zira, roll one more perception for me.
I mean, I'm basically rolling distraction at this point.
Yeah, no.
And tell the urchin, each time you try to steal from 0, I'll give you a copper.
Kibby, the answer is always give somebody up to the Mad God.
Someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
I am sleight of handing a platinum out of the actual thing that I have. I'm just keeping it in my hand.
Alright, what was this for, Zira?
To get a piece of platinum out of my actual coin stash without anybody noticing.
Oh,
But then
okay,
I'm going to keep it in my hand as basically a dare.
No, Finder, you need to do the whole kung fu thing with the fish in the pond.
Ooh. Zira,
You know, hold it out and be like, if you can
you
take it.
saw one of the kids that was actually very perceptive. Do you want to do anything about that? Like, they didn't see where you pulled it from, but you're pretty sure they knew what you were doing.
I need to grow
You know, the
up
best part
rubber
is
mustache now.
Zira doesn't care that much about money.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna let that slide.
Okay, cool. With that, then, we are done with the urchins trying to nab your coin purses. You do eventually get to the saltfish camp. I'm just going to move you over there, Tammara.
Oh, okay.
At this point, it is late afternoon. You're looking at like 5, getting on 5:30. There isn't much light left.
Actually, can I do one last thing with the urchins?
Go ahead.
Call the
I'm
FBI.
actually gonna roll this to see if it works. Ooh, that's very light. I want to slip that platinum piece as we're moving away and the urchins are wandering back off. I want to slip that platinum piece onto the perceptive kid.
Good luck. With that roll, good luck.
Yeah, I know, right?
Doesn't see it.
Cute kid.
You won't
Yeah,
let him.
basically.
So what you're saying is, Zero likes children for something other than dinner.
Call the FBI.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Alright, so we're at the Saltfish
Just-
area.
You have to go find old Fearage.
You know, it's sort of funny. She doesn't give a shit about the money, but if you touched any of her weapons,
Now, you don't have to wait long as far as finding old Firage, because Firage finds you. As you come waltzing in, there is a man that... you know what? Give me... I'm trying to think of what I want from you to figure out whether or not you recognize what kind of garb this guy is wearing. Anyone who wants to either give me a knowledge local or a sense motive.
I can do that one. I'm so glad I put that studied target note, because I would forget that all the damn time. Oh,
So that'd be a 14 for Vi.
Okay. Again, this is either or, not both of them. So everybody did sense motive?
Yep.
The way this guy is walking up to you belies that he is much more savvy and much more affluent than he is letting on by the rags he is wearing. The man that walks up to you is wearing what appears to be some sort of pilgrimage outfit that has been worn, tattered. It has seen some years. And he bows to you and asks, "What are you doing in our fair little strip of the world?"
Looking for a
Navigator.
man named Creed McIntosh.
Oh, good old man McIntosh. Such a tragic tale, that one. His mind isn't all there, you know. But what do you want with old man McIntosh? We are but just humble peoples that try to stay out of everyone's way.
We want him to do his job.
Do we know that this is old Fearage, or has he not introduced himself yet?
He hasn't introduced himself.
Okay.
But, like I said, most of you recognize, anybody that got over a 15 has okay, so that's only 2. Never mind, not most of you. Anyone that's got over a 15.
Most of you are idiots, but some of you.
Over a 10, you realize it's a little off. Over a 15, yeah, this guy is definitely way more affluent than he appears.
We
And-
heard that there is a navigator around here. Or at least
Zero,
someone
you're
coming
pretty
into
sure that this is the guy that runs the place.
Still.
We need his help.
So you're pretty sure this is a navigator?
No, I'm saying we heard that there is someone claiming to be a navigator here, and we'd like to speak with him.
Kibby, why would you be nice? Just give them to the Mad God. However, I applaud you, Kibby. You're a better person than I. Anyhow. Navigator. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just we're just a simple people.
Then why is there word that there's someone claiming to be a navigator here?
Well, McClintock, he has many stories and often tells them around town, but I assure you, he's not the man you're looking for.
So you're sure that nobody here has been offering services as a navigator?
I assure you that.
Would your story be the same if we said we wanted to hire them?
Hire them? What do you mean
No,
hire? Nobody wants to hire us.
And that we'd probably pay the man who tells us where he is for telling us where he is.
Sir,
Well,
look at the party. Do you see
he looks around.
the kind of
Vi's just gonna
people
wave.
who give a shit about what the rest of the world thinks?
I suppose, looking down at the kobolds, you do have a, looking at the Gnoll, motley crew.
If the navigator can do what we need,
He will be paid.
and we pay very well.
Well, we do try to take care of our own, and to take care of our own, we need to be able to get our own supplies too,
Mhm.
which usually comes at a fiscal remedy of sorts.
That's why we
I
said we
believe
would
Tammara
pay the
said-
person who could tell us where
Yeah.
Creed is.
Yeah, yes. Yes, you did say that. But I was not aware of the caliber of fine people that I was working with. I am sorry.
Caliber of people.
In other words, you're speaking his language. Please continue.
Mhm.
To not waste any more time, how about I give you a platinum piece if you take us to the navigator?
He holds up a full hand. Like, he holds it up straight in the air so that you can see each individual 5 fingers.
You want 5 platinum pieces, is what you're saying.
We do need to get our supplies.
Well, good to see that even in the slaves' den.
There are some
Are you sure a
expensive
slave?
supplies.
That is a very black term. I am simply someone who
An indentured servant?
works well with others.
Not my point. Is there someone here that you owe a sum of money to that restrains your actions and location?
We all owe somebody. I just owe less than others.
You're
Oh,
wasting
we
my
don't know
time.
anyone.
Dude, I'll just give him the platinum and we can get on our fucking way.
That's fine. do that, because I was going to be much more generous, but he's pissing away our time. So, fuck him. I am done with him.
Wow.
I'm a
You are
murderer and
normal
a cannibal,
clientele.
and you consistently bother me.
Are you talking to the man that you're confronted with, or are you talking to Tobias?
I'm talking to Tobias.
I'm sorry, I didn't pay any attention to what you said either, because I am irritated at this.
Hey, take us to the fucking navigator.
And he leads you to a little corner of Shack Central Port Peril to a man that has seen many, many better years.
Uh-oh.
This man, disheveled as he is passed the absolute fuck out in just a pile of what appears to be rags, a bit of timber, and a makeshift glass and net window. And I need a perception check, please.
From everybody?
Anybody who is paying close attention to the man that brought you here.
Always.
Yeah, watching the dick.
Yeah, by the way, I can study on a swift action now. That's a level 7 thing.
Good deal. If you got above a 25,
Whoa.
So just me.
just 0. If you got above a 20,
I got a 20.
the man stumble into this hovel, if you can even call it that, and knock out one of the beams, thereby crashing it down on top of him. If you got above a 25, you also see the theatrics unveiled as good old Firaj gives a swift kick to the gut on McClintock.
He kicks him?
You didn't see that. You just saw him stumble into the hovel and knock it over.
So a beam just fell down on Creed McClintock?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you hear the old man wailing in pain.
Heal him.
And your tour guide leans over and tries to help him up out of the you can't even call it rubble, it's just refuse.
Casting Cure Light Wounds on him.
Old man McClintock, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Is there anybody else outside this hovel, like in the general area?
There are dozens of people just everywhere.
Look at them all. My good people, this man here, point at this old man Fish or whatever it is, just got 5 platinum to help you all with food and drink and clothing. Make sure you ask him and get you.
Does anyone have a silent spell?
Another perception check, please. Anyone who is paying attention to Firaj as Belly is claiming that he has platinum for everybody.
Yeah, there's Vi.
So Zira and Vi and Artemis. You see him glare at anybody that looks over in your direction, and those people specifically turn right the fuck around and walk away.
By the way, anybody that needs healing or the services of a healer, come over see me for your charge. I'll do what I can for you right now.
You get a line of about 8 people.
I just healed.
Tammara, though,
Creed.
you do get McClintock back on his feet. He is very much worse for wear.
I'm gonna separate him from the other guy.
Okay.
I'll give everybody a little heal check, see what they are afflicted with, and then if it's just general hit point damage, I'm going to use a channel positive energy.
It's general disease, general just they've not had a good life type of deal.
Yeah. I will make heal checks for those that I can help. And
You can help everybody in line. It's just going to take a while.
And then I'll give each of them a gold piece.
Fantastic.
Go get some water. Go get some clothes.
Well, isn't he nice?
Yes.
God, it's almost like he's a cleric or something.
Everybody thanks you in kind. But oddly enough, they each go back to their own little corners of hell.
The devil, you know.
Do what I
Not
could.
that they aren't grateful type deal, but this is the life they know.
Mm-hmm. I'll point out to everybody here that anybody wants a trip to a new place, come see the Murderous Cackle. We'll take you on. Drop you off somewhere else.
That's a lot of slaves you're gonna buy.
Bye.
Hey, if people are going to try to leave, they are either going to be beaten near to death, or you have to leave with them with papers in hand.
Yeah, I don't think we want to be fighting our way through Port Peril. Just saying.
That's why you
We're
leave.
good, but we're
no
not
witnesses.
that good.
Yeah, Tobias, place and a time, buddy.
Hey, there's a spell called invisibility. Just casting on them, and they have 70 minutes to make it to the ship.
I mean, it took you guys like 5 hours to get over here.
Yeah, but they know
70 minutes isn't gonna cover it.
they know the ins and outs of this island. They can maybe find a way to get to the ship.
They may not.
Oh, now I see why you said that. Why our path was going to be long, because there is no actual cave access here, huh?
Yeah.
We would have had to go all the way
The
around.
actual cave access is there.
Or we could, get in our boat, our ship, bring it all the way over here, and then beach a dinghy or two, and they could just jump on after they make it past the gate.
And
Maybe once
what do you
we're ready
hope
to leave.
accomplish here? It is a minor dent in a swarm of bad situations. You can't fix this by freeing people. The only way to fix this is a complete systematic rework.
Yeah, but I can do what I can with my money. Just like you don't find any importance in your money, I can use my money the way I want.
That's fair, but my point was more, trying to take them out.
How many of them are actually going to make it to the ship in the first place?
But Tobias, as you are talking to the people here and trying to get their spirits up, trying to figure out what's going on, another person comes up to you. Appears to be a human man. And he asks you, or he starts talking to you. These people have gone through enough trouble. Don't you think it would be good to leave them be and let them be at peace?
And don't you think a better life is worth fighting for?
A better life is always something to strive for, but sometimes you are at the end of your rope. And it's difficult to strive past that. Most of these folks here just want to be left alone. I appreciate what you are trying to do for our people.
And that's their
And
choice. I'm not trying to force them to do anything.
Very, very good. And I do appreciate that, but I think it would be best that you find your quarry and go.
Mars gonna
This
tell
is not
Tobias.
Firosh, by the way. This is not the man that brought you
I
in.
know,
Oh yeah.
I know. Regardless, the offer stands. If anybody makes it to the boat and wants off Port Barrel, I'll be happy to arrange their passage.
I don't think that would be a good idea. Your heart is in the right place, sir. But unfortunately, for them and I don't mean to threaten, but also for you, your heart is a bit too large for the situation.
Tobias will come back here once we're better equipped, once we're in a more powerful position here in Port Peril.
See that you do. I'm sure these people will be very grateful for that.
The ones that are still alive.
And maybe death is a mercy.
For some, yes.
I'm sure there'll also be new people here.
I made a statement. I'm not going to do any more than that.
Anyway. Gonna see if Creed is okay.
Creed is now quote unquote on his feet, but he is actually sitting down, just kind of looking around bleary-eyed at the situation. What is it?
Are you Creed McIntosh?
What? Who wants a McIntosh? I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody.
Apparently you do, because someone thinks you're a navigator.
What? No, I didn't say that.
That'd be a shame, because if you were a navigator, we'd get you out of here.
Get me out of here? You talk to that man there. I don't want any trouble.
Who do you say is that man there?
We're not here for trouble.
He is pointing at Firosh, the guy that brought you in.
This guy says that he's just a common folk like you guys.
Oh yes, quite so.
So he's telling us to talk to
you. He is looking at Firosh as he says, "No man is owned." No.
Yeah. Step between him and this guy. Like,
Okay.
back up.
Is this one we call bullshit?
I'm gonna ask Creed, who is this
So
guy?
you're telling Firosh to back up, Tobias? I'll get to you in a second, Lance.
I was gonna ask Creed who he says this guy is.
I will get to you in a second, Lance. I'm gonna need a intimidate from you, Tobias.
Intimidate is not my strongest sense here. Yeah.
He gives you the Mr. Coco laugh.
I feel like we need a reputation bonus to our intimidate checks.
I am going.
You know what? I'm all for that. So, in Jula's Landing, you guys have a +5 to any kind of diplomacy, whether it's linguistics, intimidate, diplomacy itself, or even trying to barter. You guys have a +5 for reputation bonus. Here,
nothing got shit.
No.
I mean, we took out a bunch of.
Here you have a +2, but it's specifically for intimidate or diplomacy
versus pirates.
No, all across the city. Everybody heard about what happened in the bay. But yeah, for here it's +2 on intimidate diplomacy, and it is a +1 for bartering skills.
I would like to try something if that's alright.
Yes.
I would like to get very close to Mr. Navigator, turn myself away from Mr. Owner Dude, whoever the hell he is.
Mhm.
And I would like to very quietly ask if he knows the whereabouts of islands that are not on maps.
You see him tense up, and
Click
it looks
your
like
tongue if yes. Don't say anything out loud.
he's tensing up. He is clicking his tongue, but he's kind of like locking his limbs as he tries to scratch the back of his head and just kind of look away from you.
All I needed to hear. We'll get you out of this place. I'm going to say in Draconic to the party that knows it, we're good. Let's get him out of this place.
Are we about to shoot some people?
Maybe.
Or stab someone.
Money talks very well.
This guy shouldn't get any more of our money.
Yeah, money talks, but we can also shoot people.
Oh, hey, actually, I know Gnoll as well, so I'll communicate that to Tammara too.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Tammara knew Draconic.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I picked up Gnoll because Zira is actually interested in learning languages.
Tammara isn't the smart enough.
And Nudki is relaying the message for those not speaking Draconic.
Ooh, via message. Okay.
Well, we could always pay the guy, and then Zira could
And
sleight of hand
Kibby,
him.
Kibby, I appreciate you. You understand the situation exactly. Unfortunately, we have a party of chaotic good people.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Just most of them.
Isn't. Besides me.
Remember,
Good.
folks, this town has laws, and as disgusting they might be, we should remember we'll be beholden to them.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's why I said as little as possible. We need to get him out of here. What method we use, I will leave to the rest of the party. He is what we're looking for, though.
Yep.
As far as you are aware, he is what you were looking for.
I mean, I'm not against finding a couple other sources, but, like, we can get a decent person out of here and accomplish our task in one fell swoop, then we might as well.
Now, prior to you guys leaving the situation, I'm guessing that's where this is headed. Anyone who is wanting to go that direction, I would like you to roll a wisdom for me. Just straight wisdom.
Go which direction?
Which direction?
The direction of let's get this guy out of here. I want you to roll a wisdom for me.
In what manner, though? Are we talking fighting our way out or buying him? Because those are different.
Doesn't matter. I need
Okay.
you to roll a wisdom for me.
And that's what everyone wants to do anyway. Just depends on which way.
You need a 20 on this.
Oh,
So far, Tobias is the only one who made it. Tobias.
Well, I mean, you've been communicated with via message, so you can potentially say something to Nudki and she can relay it to the rest of us.
Tobias, you remember very distinctly that the Harbor Master told you this guy claims to be a navigator. Port
Right.
Peril does not recognize him as one.
Yeah.
why should that matter?
Value, maybe.
Should be, and he's a cheap purchase, right?
Should be.
Are we gonna ask old
Do we have a way
Firaj?
to mark him? Give him something or put an inscription on him so we can find our way back to him.
Why bother with that?
Why don't I just take him back to the ship?
Because then we can leave, scout out other options, and come back.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
gonna
think
be.
he's going to go very far from the shack he lives in.
That's probably
Well,
pretty true.
Now that people know we're interested in him, they might take him.
But
I think we should
buying
just.
him from other people, how much is that going to change in terms of...
Oh, probably a lot more because now they know we want him.
Potentially, but that's also a risk on their part because we're relative unknowns here.
Not for long. I think we should just bring him back with us now.
I would say that your group is known. Not known well, but people... If the murderous cackle is brought up in conversation... Oh yeah, weren't they the folks that just came into port and beat the blockade?
Beat? You mean destroyed? Decimated? Disintegrated?
The story is beat.
Only beat.
Anyway.
I'll just look at Tammara and Zira and be like, I don't want to deal with him. You deal with him. And let's see if we can get McClintock out of here. But remember, he's only a so-called navigator. So
It's fine.
don't spend the farm.
Tomorrow's just gonna ask Firaj that she doesn't know his Firaj yet, because I guess Creed didn't say his name. He's like, so who do we talk to here about buying this man?
Buying this man? I think you mean procuring his services. And it's just a mere 200 gold.
Hearing his services is a gentle way of putting it, but we've already been told what the true nature of this place is.
Many people say many things.
I don't know why anyone would try to hide it, though. Isn't it legal here?
Oh, yes. Very much so. But it's still a black term.
Right.
Dude.
So, who do we go talk to then? Because I thought you said you're just one of these guys. Surely there's their master or something.
I am, but I do take care of the people here.
Well, we need to speak to his owner.
We have no owners here. I oversee things.
You're the bearer of the debt. Every single person here is in debt to you, and you handle every other debt going out from here.
That is very astute of you.
That also means you're in the pocket of the entire city.
That is very astute of you.
Sounds like you don't have much in common with these guys at all.
In common, no. Power, yes.
Alright, so is the squad here okay with spending 200 gold on this guy?
As long as we
Yeah.
get him free and clear and none of this like lend-lease bullshit or something like that.
Is that something you bring up?
Yes.
Then do it.
I will say that tomorrow. Just make sure that we get full rights and ownership, nothing less than that.
So is this transaction a complete purchase, or is this a lease? Is there documentation to go along with this?
Well, you see, if you just come with me, we can write up his papers and you have full custody of his debt.
Okay, I will need my lawyer here to review those documents, though.
The lawyer.
Can I get a free point in barrister
Don't you need your law firm?
or contract negotiations? Contract language, legalese.
I mean, I feel like Vi would be the more appropriate one there. Doesn't Vi have
One of
like,
us.
several ranks in linguistics?
We can both review it.
Linguistics, diplomacy, bluff.
I actually don't have any ranks in linguistics
Oh, diplomacy.
Why
I don't
not?
have
or
anything else.
diplomacy. I don't need to. The law firm would be run by Tobias and Arthur.
Okay, fair enough.
Arthur is the linguistics genius.
Anyway, point being, when you follow him to his shack, which is much better than anything else here, it's actually
Oh, but of course
Hewn.
it is.
It's hewn stone and hewn wood rather than whatever scraps they could find.
Hey, Tatters.
Uh-huh.
What would happen if I put, say, create pit under the corner of his shack?
Nothing.
Part of it collapse? Why wouldn't part of it collapse?
Because it's a solid structure.
And if I took a lot of the load-bearing weight off of one corner, wouldn't that cause a problem?
I'm actually not sure how that would work.
Does it say
As-
hewn stone specifically?
I don't know if you'd be able to cast a pit
It is
underneath a
hewn
wall.
stone and wood.
I guess so you completely
Because when I
fat
hear
area.
hewn stone, I think dwarven architecture, and there's no way in hell that's fallen down.
When I say hewn stone, I mean bricks that were carved from stone, mortared in place, and wood support beams and motifs.
castle wall structure, basically.
Human wood and human stone? No! It's a lie.
Yes, let's turn the humans into stone and then use them to
Yes,
the
just-
wall.
Oh, we're going to Gravity Falls, guys.
Just quietly making a note for the Mist campaign.
Wow.
Turn people into statues and then put them in like Tetris blocks.
Yes. Well, no. Conform them into the shape you want first, and
Then turn them to statues. Then put them in like Tetris blocks. Got it.
Tatter, create the weeping angels.
No, we're not going there either.
My thought here was that if I took a nice 10-foot by 10-foot pit and put it under part of his building, and all that area that had, structure soundness from being on, solid bedrock or whatever it
on
is,
solid ground, yeah.
disappeared, I think that would cause some structure problems.
At most, you'd
You
have a
just
fractured foundation.
cause chaos, don't you?
This guy's a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
keep a
he is.
Structure.
I don't
He
think-
is a dick. You are absolutely right.
I don't
And
think
if his
create.
house
But
falls
if-
apart, oh well.
If we
If his
cause
house falls apart,
problems
somebody
for
will
him-
pay to have it fixed. But he was placed here by the city. I think that's the part you're not understanding, Belly.
I think create pit can't be cast under a wall anyway. It has to be in a completely flat area.
Does all of it have to be on a completely flat area, or only part of it?
Does it have to be flat, or does it have to be a surface?
I think it says
Grounded to
flat
surface.
surface, right?
The center of the pit
Would have to be
has
on.
to be on a ground level, or, well, not ground level, but it has to be placed on a terrain surface.
But then
So you
how can you
can't place
put it on
it in a wall.
And
You
technically,
can't place it on the ceiling.
buildings that are structurally sound are usually sunk into the ground a fair bit. So even if you put that pit on the ground immediately adjacent to it, it wouldn't work the way you want it to.
Because the section of it that is into the foundation still wouldn't be affected.
I don't know about that, but okay. We can see-
Because Belly, it's back to the water discussion. If you do create pit on top of the water, it does nothing. That section of water has a pit in it,
Right.
but
there you go.
it's still surrounded by water.
Horizontal surface is sufficient size. So if you wouldn't be able to cast it underneath a wall because you'd be cutting off half the
It's not a
size of the
sufficient
box.
size. Not a sufficient size. Okay, that's fine.
And does not otherwise displace the underlying original material. Original underlying material. That's
Right.
another thing to
I
look at.
was thinking the material that overlaps the top of the pit would no longer be supported, which could cause problems.
Yeah. Could, but would not.
It's fine.
Anyway,
So he brings you into his little hovel, and inside, again, it seems that he has meager means. But he pulls some documents out of a satchel, appears to be about 3 pages, all blank for the moment, or at least blank in the parts that are important. And he starts filling out paperwork for you.
we watch him carefully.
And we got to read it before we sign it.
Okay. You watch him carefully, doesn't seem like he's doing anything hinky. And when he hands it to you, you do have a document stating that Creed McClintock shall be relieved of his debt per the debt being paid by X, and you will need to sign that X. And Creed McClintock is free to leave and do as he sees fit.
So what is his debt?
And we even have a fancy pen.
His
Just grab
debt was the
Arthur.
$200, or the 200 gold.
Is that what it say? That's what it says. His debt's 200 gold.
Mhm.
Is there any way we can verify his debt is actually 200 gold?
Well, is it written into the contract that his debt is 200 gold?
It is written into the contract that his debt is X, which was put down 200 gold.
So in that case, if they try to pull saying he actually owes more, we have contract right here that says no.
You have
200.
papers saying this is the debt that you purchased, this is the debt that you paid, period, stop.
Oh, okay, so
There is, as far as you can tell, nothing hinky about the contract.
does it say all debt as 200 gold, or current debt, or this debt?
Current debt. If he accrues more debt after you guys buy him, or rather pay off his debt,
Then we
That's
throw him
on
off the
him.
ship.
I suggest we scratch out current and write in all debt known as of this time.
Well, that's what current would stand for.
But
In this
that is
case.
what current would stand for,
Current at this
but
moment.
for the purposes of roleplay and for the purpose of this campaign, Firaj will look at you with these eyes of near contempt, but then he just nods and tells you that is a very good point.
I'm just
He
gonna look at
rips up the contract, writes it up again.
Sorry about that. And I do mean sorry to make you do all that work again. Not that you're a dick, but I'll just look at the party and be like, this way, if there's any other debt that we don't know about, we're free and clear. Because I wouldn't put it past someone to have debt pending that hasn't been officially written in.
Mm. Thanks, Mike.
And look at the party, and you guys do know that once he's free and clear, he can choose not to go with us, right? You do know that.
I don't know why he wouldn't. Because we're gonna offer him pay and lodging, and food and water.
I'm just saying, this doesn't transfer his debt to us, and then he would have a legal obligation to serve us. This frees him of his debt, which is a good thing. I'm fine with that. I don't like having slaves. So,
Yeah, this is simply freeing him of his debt. You are correct.
You always have Charm Person available, if worse comes to worse. Right? In-law?
That's up to you guys.
I mean,
From this point forward, this encounter is roleplay. So please, do what you would like.
It's my only suggestion so far. Say everything else sounds fine. Like I said, there could be something else there, but I've done what I think we need to do.
I believe so too.
All right. Well, you guys are free to leave the camp, and as you do, Creed kind of straightens himself up, dusts himself off a bit, doffs his cap, puts it back on, and starts walking away.
If you like following him, sir, we would like to buy you a meal, maybe let you see the barber on us, get you some new clothes, talk about a business opportunity.
I like the sound of all that. Oh, yeah. And he starts rubbing his belly, licking his lips.
Alright.
Besides, it's a rough world out there, and we can escort you out of here. But
Yeah, we wouldn't
also,
want you to fall into any more debt right now.
as we leave,
I
I'm
am going to.
In this place, it's as easy as tripping.
I'm gonna go right up to him again,
Okay.
and in my very quiet manner, say, "And if you fuck us over, you won't live to regret it."
Jeez.
Who are you saying this to? The guy we just freed, or the guy we freed?
The guy we just freed.
Okay.
Yes.
You can feel that way. That's fine. That's definitely fair to feel.
Oh. Is Tammara paying this, or are we each paying a piece of his?
I would say we
That's
each paid a piece of this.
We've got 5, so that's 40 gold apiece.
Yep. Nice and easy.
Okay.
I don't have any problems contributing. I just didn't want to deal with Dickhead anymore.
It also makes it seem like we're
He
less
was a
wealthy.
straight shooter.
Yeah.
He was a straight shooter. As far as
He's
the contract goes,
He's
He
just a
just-
general dick.
is a general dick. Yeah.
Not quite as corrupt as John Silver was.
The part that really irritated me, Tatters, and kudos to you for doing this, is the facilitating of, well, it's a black market. It's, I don't sell slaves. They're just oh
They're just people who are down on their luck, and we take them in.
yeah. That really irritated me.
I mean,
but
you've done a character well, especially a character such as this, when it actually grinds on people's nerves.
Uh-huh.
It sure did.
on our way out, we
I have
found.
to say, me, the DM, I do not condone that shit. The worst that I condone is indentured servitude. Once they have worked off their debt, they're done. They leave. Goodbye.
Right.
This shit, I personally do not condone. As the DM, I'm gonna play it up as best I fucking can without crossing my own morals.
This is the kind of guy that would charge his debtors for the food and the shelter and their clothes they have and all that fun stuff to perpetually keep them in debt.
Yes.
Charge his sick parents rent.
Yes. You guys ever heard of Fortuna? Welcome to it. Kind of deal.
Anyway, as we
Wait
make.
till I
Oh yeah,
get buddy, and I'm going to curse you.
I am going to extend the quiet threatenings of the new guy.
He smiles
The-
at you.
If he does
I'll
right
tell
by
you
us,
everything I promised to tell you.
if you do
About
right
that
by us,
food.
you're gonna walk away rich. If you screw us over, I like eating people.
His response is, once again, I'm going to tell you everything I promised to tell you. I like food.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if he likes food, that's something they share in common.
Mm-hmm.
So, looks for a large tub. Oh no! I see where this is going.
No, I'm just leaving fresh water behind as we leave.
Okay.
I was trying to say it, but I kept getting interrupted.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay.
Sorry about that, Lance.
It's alright.
Let's just hope people actually drink it and don't try to stash it for later.
Anyways, as we head back through town, if there's a street vendor this guy wants some food from, we'll buy some food for the street vendor for him on the way to a good tavern or an inn that he can get a bath, and we'll have someone trim his hair and his beard, whatever.
Yeah, for the love of God, have a bath.
He is taking you up on every consideration that you're giving him.
It still shouldn't cost us much. Maybe a gold piece or two, so not a big deal.
At most, like 5 gold for the total tour.
I mean, as long as the man can navigate, then welcome to the crew.
Exactly.
On that note,
because we do that
I
for
think
the
it's
entire
time for you
crew.
guys to start asking him questions.
Let's be intentionally vague. Roll out a map, point to the general vicinity of where we think we're going, and say, what do you know about this location?
We don't know where the rough location
How
is.
do we get from here to there safely?
I don't think we know even which direction to point in. I think we only know the name of the island.
Yeah, you know the name of the island. You know that it's on the other side of the maelstrom. You do not know where it is.
And that's why I'm being intentionally vague. We want him to be forthcoming with information. We don't want him to jump on the idea of, oh yeah, that place. I totally know that place.
Just ask him straight up, do you know how to circumnavigate around the Eye of Indigo?
Thank you. That was my evil DM cackle.
Oh.
Let me guess. The answer's going to be no.
No, his answer is going to be yes. You asked him, do you know how to circumnavigate the Eye of Bendigo?
Safely.
Safely, yeah. He knows how to do it safely.
Go the other direction?
Go.
And arrive.
Do you guys remember the direction you came from?
Yes.
You're coming from roughly.
That is a safe way to circumnavigate the Eye of Bendigo.
Say no. That's not what we mean. We mean the other side of it.
There you go, Tobias! Finally, somebody figured it out. So, Tobias, as you guys are having a conversation with this gentleman,
Tell us
and
if you
as
want to roll. Like,
No, as players, we should also be rolling things based on hunches and.
yeah, exactly. Which is why I am congratulating Tobias on
not that it matters.
figuring out, oh, we don't know if this guy's a straight shooter. Like, I was trying to push you guys in that direction, and this is the first time anybody has rolled sense motive.
Without being asked to.
Well,
Yeah.
I was more concerned about the other dude.
That's fair. That is entirely fair. The other dude was a straight shooter. It's just, his market is not. Anyway,
It takes a
Tobias,
sleazy
as you
dude to
guys
sell
are
people.
asking him questions, and Vi also, as you guys are asking him questions, he seems to be trying to dance around the subject. He does tell you where a few of the sandbars are. He does tell you where a few, like, tropical islands are, where some cannibal tribes are known to be. But as far as getting to the destination that you're trying to get to, he don't know shit. It seems like the furthest he's been is like the outer edge of the shackles.
Well, did we just buy me a really expensive dinner?
No, you cannot. Why? I told you this.
I'm gonna say it out loud, though might try to give some subtle notion to Tobias that I'm not actually gonna eat him.
Let's remember, if he disappears, you don't know what happened to him.
Arthur is thinking the same thing as Zira. Very good. But since we are essentially done with this encounter, apparently I am being yelled at to help with things and should only be a few moments. Are there any other questions about this encounter or any other questions that you want to ask Creed?
Well, we can just be direct if we're done asking him vaguely. Does he know how to get to Medievalty Island?
Eliz McGordy. Medievalty... I keep getting it.
I thought it was Medievalty.
I keep getting it mixed up.
Medievalty is the island, Elias McGordy is the town.
There we go. Thank you. I was about to look that up. So, yes, when you ask him, does he know how to get to Medievalty, he says he's heard of it. He knows that it's on that side of the eye. Never been there.
Alright.
Do you think you could...
And then he reminds you guys, you just asked him if he knew of islands in that direction. You also asked him, does he know how to safely circumnavigate the eye? To which he answered yes both times. You never asked, does he know how to get to Medievalty?
Well,
Here's 200 gold. Drop in the bucket.
Well, it's not necessarily over, because can he safely get to these islands that he does know about on the other side?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The islands that he knows about, he knows how to get to them safely. Essentially, it's just circumnavigating the sandbars between here and there.
So potentially he can get us that far, then we can just look for it, too.
Even if he's not the best navigator, he's still a part of the crew now, so...
Yeah.
There's other uses for him.
He'll
like
be
bait.
useful on a return to the shackles, potentially.
Bait. I heard that.
Dark bait.
Oops. Anyway, so he does know how to get to some islands that are on the west side of the island of Abednego? Or does he only know islands that are in the shackles? What? Anyone in the YouTube chat right now? PR, can you say hi? Might have just lost connection or something. That loaded.
This guy, you pay 200 gold, and he kind of knows how to navigate. He has no fucking clue where you guys are going, but he knows how to navigate. Therefore, he calls himself a navigator of the shackle. Option 3, with a guy that's actually been there, is a good navigator, but you may not like who it is.
Hello, I'm back.
It's silver, isn't it?
Okay, we may not like, or who may not like.
I'm not saying anything more. So, we are going to come back at the hour. See you guys in half an hour. In the meantime, you have Before the Storm Sounds to listen to.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
So, for anybody who's still here, I just realized how many dungeons I'm gonna have to design. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 15 at least in Act 1. I think I'm gonna have to use slow experience progression for this shit.
I'm back.
Alright, while we're still muted, do we have a lance? Awesome! Glad to have you back, Lance. Feel free to go grab dinner, hun. Okay.
Am I one of the few people that, eats dinner early?
I don't eat dinner before 7 usually.
I rarely eat dinner after 6.
Heathen, this is not the way of the furry. You have to eat dinner at like 8 o'clock at night and not go to bed until 2 a.m.
That'd be great if I still worked night shift.
But for those of you that are watching my end of the stream, let's take a look at the other map pages. We're still not going back on until the hour, but... Oh yeah, this is the one that we can't do anything with because it is what it is. Okay. That should do the thing I wanted to do. Okay. There we go. Wait, is this page set to update on drop? No, it's not set to update on drop. Why is it not showing while I'm dragging you around? Maybe it's because I am the DMs. Oh, no,
Yeah, if you're actually DM, then things get screwy.
Yeah.
Keep in mind you have 30%, or like 25% opacity, so you're not really seeing the changes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like that corridor is really dark until you go around the corner.
It's supposed to be, yep.
Yeah. And the torches in the bedroom are modified so that they have a smaller light radius, since bedroom.
Actually, I'm glad I came in to look at these because these need to be larger.
Oh, and in the kitchen area, I wasn't sure if there was supposed to be a door there as well.
No, the door is destroyed. You did that. Right.
I mean off to the left side, because
Nope.
I'm assuming that's the pantry. So.
Yep. Well, it looks like everything is working right. Dynamic lighting.
Yep, and all the door areas have green lines, so it's easy to select and remove.
Mm-hmm.
I even made a fancy.
Wall, move back out.
I even made a fancy door for the room below the kitchen.
You liked that, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know how much of the DM notes you read, but
I was pretty much only looking for a door. So, anything related to a door. There's the one in the other area that's real solid metal doors. Down below.
Yeah. Oh, and you did a different model for them. Very nice.
Yep.
See, Felis knows what's going on. This is why I keep them around.
I originally had 2 different models for the wooden doors, depending on whether they were supposed to be reinforced or not, but the smaller doors were hard to see behind the lighting blocker, so I just said screw it.
It's whatever, yeah. Yeah, mostly whether or not a door is reinforced is just a matter of can you break it or not.
Yeah.
I believe reinforcements have higher hit point totals.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, I just had a thinner wooden door and a thicker wooden door, but the thin ones were a little too thin.
Mm-hmm.
Tatters, why are you back so soon? Not that I don't love your company.
I am back so soon because I'm ready to go with the game, and you guys are. I just gave us half an hour to, like, get up, stretch our legs, get something to eat,
do some Pilates,
jaw jack with the family, do some Pilates,
fall asleep.
Yeah, no, it's not fall asleep. Let's veto that one.
Ready for a $400.
I mean, that might happen with me. Our games end dangerously close to my bedtime.
Speaking of classes and such, for those that are listening to the stream, either on my end or Lance's end, I have a excessively large online family. But Katie did her ACT exam, which is like college entrance exams.
Yep.
Ooh, good luck.
Like for college entrance. She got a 26.
Is that good?
Yeah.
It's a 27 to get into Harvard, so yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
So congrats to her.
I think I had 25.
I mean, the ACT and the SAT are still bullshit, but congrats.
They are. Yeah, she did her own calculation and she thinks she got a 26. She's gonna have the actual results, quote unquote, soon.
So in about 6 months.
Probably.
Unless it's Valve with Half-Life 3.
That's the old one. It's
Damn it, Belly, you're not supposed to mention it. That's another year we have to wait.
Or it used to be Duke Nukem. That one took forever.
That's CG Project Red and Cyberpunk 2077.
More time on that.
Yeah, did you hear the announcement about Cyberpunk? They've delayed it indefinitely because they weren't sure they'd be able to finish it to their quality standards.
Which is unfortunate, but
With a real crunch.
I'm still glad that they are being candid with their audience.
Better than
that was a joke, but yeah, that's. I would rather they say we're still trying to improve this or that, and that's why we've delayed it, than just, oh, here's our release date and rush it out and it's crap.
Yeah.
Here's a conspiracy theory for you,
I'm
though.
still surprised it's all hell that the expansion for WoW got delayed.
What, Lance?
I think that maybe they knew that all the video cards would be out of stock, and that the PS5 would be out of stock, and the Xbox S would be out of stock. So they're just waiting for more people to get the new hardware before they release the game.
So they have a good actual launch instead of what shows up as digital sales, and then people go,
And if that is what it is, they still have some good excuses for it. Like, this is the first piece of software in general that I can think of that was delayed after going gold. And their reasoning for that being that the patches for the consoles weren't ready, and they weren't sure they'd be able to get them ready in time for release, so push the release date back. So that day zero plays actually decent for everybody, and not just for one particular group.
I was going to say that people have been raining lots of shit on any company that releases a game that has bugs in it lately.
I have very high hopes.
Oh, I'm disappearing when Cyberpunk comes out, guaranteed.
Disappearing.
I fully intend on buying another external hard drive so I could back up whatever things I need to save from this laptop, and then, that's it.
Why are you despairing on Monday, Drax?
Shadowlands release.
Gross.
Now, Drax has been part of the World of Warcraft community for a good while and is actually actively streaming World of Warcraft, so we can't shit on him too much.
I mean, we can,
I'm
but
also for my guild, just saying.
yeah, at this point, I think it's more for your guild, though, isn't it?
Mostly.
It's not really for the game itself. It's the people.
It's something to do.
Holy crap! A
Just have to
contestant on the show Wipeout died after completing the obstacle course.
Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus! Like, died to COVID, died because they broke something,
Exhaustion?
died because they got it.
No answers yet, but died after completing the obstacle course.
Damn.
Treated by on-site emergency personnel, then called the paramedics, and then he was taken to the hospital where he then died.
Yeesh.
but did he win?
I think that's cold comfort for his family.
Well,
yeah, Drax, you just have to convince.
You do a good job.
Yeah, Drax, you just have to convince your entire guild to move over to Final Fantasy.
I can't play that game anymore.
Which one?
So, because the ground levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our guild kind of imploded.
Every guild that I've been in implodes.
It does. It happens eventually.
That makes it sound bad for me, but it's usually someone else
But
causing drama.
when Solus imploded, it was bad.
Thankfully, I missed all that drama.
4
Yeah,
years
you
ago?
did. You missed the drama, absolute atomic bomb. Like, people were shit talking each other left and right after I left. They were already shit talking me because of the situation I was in, but I won't go into that. But like Reaper pretty much completely absolved herself of any kind of authority in the guild. That was a few months prior to me leaving, so that was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And everything I've been hearing is that Solus kind of just ate itself.
Lovely.
Either we let a toxic player in, or someone turn toxic.
Column A, column B.
Either die a hero or live to see yourself become a villain.
Not fun. Not fun.
Not fun.
Yeah. But yeah, when boss fights, even for the DPS, takes all your concentration for like 40 minutes, I'm done.
Oh, then Final Fantasy definitely wouldn't be your thing either. Because that's basically multiplayer Final Fantasy. Those bosses take a very long time.
Not really.
Well, I don't know about...
not in the main story.
Yeah,
So
I'm talking about the raids.
I've actually played through all of Realm Reborn now. And in the main story, a boss will maybe take about 10 minutes.
Whoa.
The rest of the dungeon also takes about 10 minutes.
Whoa.
See, now, if you want to get real hardcore, you gotta go play Final Fantasy XI, where the raid bosses take so long to kill that people die on their computers. No joke. There was a story going around about that.
That's because
the main tank for a guild
that
died
chugged
while
like
tanking.
8 monsters prior to doing that, though.
Yeah, his bladder exploded. He was chugging monsters, his bladder exploded, and he still held aggro until they finished the boss. They didn't even know he was dead.
Heck.
God. I should not be laughing at that.
No, it's sad. But that reminds me of the old EverQuest bosses. Those were brutal too.
God, I'm still trying to think of it. There was an infamous story. I can't remember what game it was for though, where the end-all, be-all boss was a actual like world boss that nobody could kill, and then like 80 different guilds came together and said, "Okay, we're all going on the same raid all at the same time to go kill this world boss. We're all going to go on the same shell to try to take it down." They got it down to 10%. And then every single person inexplicably got disconnected.
Yeah.
The servers crashed.
No, the developer crashed the servers.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Yep.
On purpose. Like, they admitted to shutting down the server. They refused to say why. The theory is that it was because they didn't actually have a death coded in for that boss because it was supposed to be unbeatable.
I mean, that or there is no loot or something, so... Because, I mean, typically in a case like that, if there was no death coded in for it, it would probably just pop or T-pose or something.
Yeah. I just wish I could remember what game it was for.
And then there's Final Fantasy XIV more recently, the Red Chocobo.
Oh god, no. We don't talk about the Red Chocobo. The Red Chocobo does not exist. Not until I get there. And then I can tell everybody how horrifying it is from first-hand experience.
I mean, you're just gonna get one shot.
Yeah. So those of you listening who are not aware of what the Red Chocobo is, in Final Fantasy Tactics, there was an enemy called the Red Chocobo. And that is honestly literally what it was. Just running around in the world, you may run into a pack of Chocobo that has 3 red Chocobo in it. It's like, okay, whatever. A bunch of birds. Let's just kill them. And then you see the 3 red Chocobo come in from the back end of the map. On turn 1, they start dropping meteors on you. Each meteor does about 3/4 of your health.
Ouchie.
The strategy to actually get through that fight is fuck everything else, go to the back of the map, kill the red Chocobos as they come in. Because otherwise you're going to wipe. So, when they put the red Chocobo in Final Fantasy XIV, of course, it's dropping meteor left and right and wiping like 3, 4, 17 people at a time. But I think my favorite part of that story is that the official Final Fantasy, the official 14 Twitter, I forget if it was the developer or the game Twitter itself, all they did in response to all these posts about the Red Chocobo just being absolutely gnarly, all they did was put a red bird icon in front of hi. That was it. And
gonna
the
say get good.
fandom went wild. What did you say, Lance?
I said I thought they were gonna say get good.
Mm-mm. It was just hi.
They're well aware of how broken it is.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
the
they're
whole
not going to
point.
change it.
Nope.
They have no intention of changing it because it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. It is beatable. Just nobody has done it yet. I mean, by now I'm sure people have, but at the time that all these stories were coming out, nobody had.
I mean, it has wiped raids, so...
That's another case where multiple guilds have raided and completely wiped. Alright, I'm going to run to the restroom. We're going to do a comms check to make sure everybody's back, and then we will go ahead with continuing our journey. But, as already stated, we are going to be butting up against closing time, so we'll address that as well. I will be right back.
Right, Bat? Is it pointing me over there? It's weird. Yeah, that.
Well, aren't we just a lot of dying people?
Yep, we're all dying.
Slowly but surely.
It's life.
Yep, that's life.
And that was the whole point of Unis Honest. Death is inevitable. So you get good
Indeed.
scrub.
So Activision Blizzard put another strike in Versailles on the
Was
24th.
Was my mic not muted when I left?
I don't think you
know.
muted it.
Well, that's
think so.
unfortunate because I did push my mute button so that you guys wouldn't hear me take my headset off. I apologize for that.
What's the big deal?
Yeah, it's just
So what's
annoying
this?
because I know it's a lot of shuffling and suddenly.
So what's this strike?
Oh, that.
So a couple months ago, or last month or so, Activision Blizzard decided to close the Versailles office.
Huh?
So the union there is they had a strike last month, and they're having a strike this month.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, on to game topics. Not that wasn't important information.
That was a game topic. It's just
Yeah,
a different
okay.
game topic.
On to our game topic. Like I said, first let's talk about how are people feeling tonight. Can we go for another hour? Can we go for 2?
I
can
am
definitely go for another
tired.
hour.
I am
good.
tired, but I'm still here.
Though, if you wanted to end it, now is not a bad place to end it for the night, since we've wrapped up a chapter and we haven't started a new chapter.
That is true.
Correct.
Very true.
I think we spent
The
longer
other
on-
option was I was going to have you guys do your encounter either with just hiring the navigator as a retainer, or getting an audience with Bone Fist. And then that was going to be the wrap-up. After either of those scenarios ended.
Maybe do
So
something
after this, I don't wanna go
shorter
too
like
long.
that.
I like to go dungeon crawling. It's my vote, and since I know the audience with Bone Fist will lead to dungeon crawling, that's where I vote.
Yep. Let's go.
So do you
Go
guys
see
want
the
to
thing
do
that
that
I made?
encounter right now, or do we want to do that encounter at the start of the next session?
I'm fine with either way, but
How
it sounds
long
like
do you
Felis is
think-
sleepy.
Like I said, I am here, but yeah, like this is usually about the time that my brain starts shutting off anyway. So
Okay. Then let's do wrap up at this point. Closing comments before we do wrap up. There were other scenarios that could have told you that the guy wasn't quite bogus, but he wasn't a navigator.
That's alright.
he's
You
still
guys
better than
didn't-
us, technically.
Yeah, but you guys didn't ask any of the urchins anything else besides what are you doing?
Yeah, we just gave them
Um,
money.
I should ask my best new friend, you know about this guy?
You should have. That's the point I'm making. Just for future reference, when you were in a situation like that, something you can do is use the shadows to your advantage. Use the less than fortunate as a information source, because they're going to know a lot of information about the back alleys.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to be convinced to actually help you.
Yeah, it never occurs to me.
Which is another note. I again wanted to thank Felix very, very much for doing the lighting for the map. I wasn't sure if we were going to get to the map tonight, but
Oh.
in the event that we did, I very much appreciate that you got the lighting done.
It's okay because honestly, there wasn't much for Vi to do in this circumstance anyway.
Yeah. Which is
She
fair.
was ready to start blasting people. That's about it.
And so I just started blasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone have any feedback for me?
Well, when my game crashed, I was actually in the middle trying to say something, so I don't know how much you guys heard of it before I crashed.
No,
But
we did not hear anything.
I think you asked, like, does anyone have any other questions for Creed? And I thought he said he knows how to get to some islands that are on the other side of the eye. So I was going to ask, can he
Go
get
ahead.
us around the west side of the eye to the islands over there?
He can get you around the west side of the eye. I will just be candid with you about this, but he does not know any of the islands out there. So you could be out there for weeks trying to find land.
But we could just
Lovely.
search for it. He can get us over there.
Yeah, you could search for it. He knows how to avoid the eye, which is like 90% of getting to Medievalti. Avoiding the eye.
That's not terrible.
But rather than giving you the map of the area and just letting you know where Medievalti is, I would be giving you a completely blank map for you to attempt to navigate there,
It's at least
and
something.
then filling in areas as they become available.
Exploration.
Do we
And
get
that
paid
means
for
you
exploration?
have to make a lot more maps.
and a lot more encounters.
Which
Tyler's like, shit.
Yeah. Shit, I have to work.
Part of my mind is going, fuck, work. The other part of my mind is going, I'm willing to do that.
I mean, it is expanding your campaign, so in the end...
There could be little like pieces of maps hidden around in dungeons and stuff that reveal parts of that map. And
Tatters, you should totally have 2 cannibal clans on different islands, and we become involved in the war between them.
And that again was something that he would have information on. He actually knows where the cannibal clans are in that area. He just does not know specifically where their islands are, if that makes sense.
Which is why I keep saying he's still useful in some fashion.
Yep.
It's not like we picked up someone completely useless for 200 gold. He still has something to give.
Yeah.
Yep.
And 200 gold is basically pennies to us right now, so...
Well, considering Finder gave a kid a platinum, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was really cute, by the way.
It was. So for the encounter that you did for planning for tonight, did you have loot figured out? Like
yes.
The hesitation.
No, the reason there's hesitation is you guys are used to every encounter having loot. Every room at least has a few coins. It is not the case here.
That's fine.
That doesn't have to be true, but yes, that is sort of what we're used to.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the case for everything.
And I wasn't implying that it would be or should be. I was more wanting to, see if there was, pre-planned loot or something, so we
I
could
have
avoid
pre-planned loot.
the weeks of, waiting.
I do have pre-planned loot. It is very light, but I will tell you that the items that are there are going to be very useful for you.
Sweet.
Hooray.
And part of the question is, this temple has been abandoned, we assume, or whatever is in it killed everything in it. So, and if all the expeditions to it have never returned, there could be corpses of dead adventurers in there that have loot themselves that they brought in. All kinds of cool, fun stuff.
Or it just could have been raided before. And
Yep.
we're adventurer team number 3,580.
Isn't that how it usually is?
Sadly, no. Usually it's like we go in and it's pristine. It would suck if we
It's kind of
wander
like in Skyrim where you go into an ancient tomb and there's fresh food.
Yeah.
They just prepared the dungeon for us. No big deal,
It'd be funny if we go into a dungeon crawl setting
No.
and we run into room after room full of dead enemies that have been killed by someone else. Be like, oh, no.
New canon, guys. Everything in Skyrim is a prepared escape room.
Oh god. Everything, including the Civil War and...
Including the Civil War.
It's like going into a dungeon and finding waist-high walls. Well, you're gonna have a
Yep.
fight in here.
We know what's coming.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly,
any other questions
like-
for tonight?
Don't
I
irritate
heard-
me again that way.
I
Maybe
heard Finder.
maybe some like.
I heard Finder. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
No, mine was unrelated. It can wait.
Okay, go ahead then.
I was gonna say maybe some small encounters other than just urchins trying to steal stuff as we make our way through the city, since it's such a long path.
And after the fact, I did think about that going, wait, I can have them doing other shit. Maybe you get lost, maybe you find giant rats, maybe you find giant spiders, etc. Maybe you find
Bees!
a group of thugs.
Not
They're trying
necessarily
to give you a
combat
shake
either, just something.
Yeah, you could have like a food vendor running up to you and be like, buy my pies!
My cabbages!
My cabbages.
Okay. Yeah. I will take that into consideration. Thank you, Lance.
And one point, Tatters, about dungeons in rooms. The room doesn't necessarily have to have loot, but it should have flavor.
Yeah. And that is something that I focused on with this next one. Because I did realize I don't put a whole lot of flavor in my shit, and I really need to.
I mean, 'cause we're going to be going into a temple, so one of the rooms we enter might be the bedroom of a priest, and might have a religious symbol on the wall, or he might have a prayer book somewhere out in the room.
The bedroom, you say?
Well,
Of a priest, you say?
Oh no!
maybe
Oh no!
maybe in the wardrobe of the priest, there's some sex toys. That'd be some flavor for that room.
Okay, we don't need the
Yeah, I agree, but you're the one that went that way with
I need an
bedrooms.
adult.
Yeah, that one.
Thanks, Lance.
Accurate.
And roughly that age as well.
No.
What?
Alright, so flavor in dungeons. Yep.
Tasty.
Because I am on with you at the point that we sort of have expectations for each room not to be, I'll call it empty instead of have loot.
I think it's more interactions. We don't necessarily need loot, but there should be things to do everywhere.
Or something
Because
in
there
the
is
room,
something to do everywhere.
or something in the room to comment on as a characteristic.
I will say something that I am proud of myself on, and we'll see if you guys agree once you get there. I did make the dungeon dynamic.
Ooh, fancy.
So it's not just going to be skeletons and trolls and jellies and spiders all working together because random NPCs. No, the skeletons and the trolls are going to be fighting. The jellies are going to be eating the spiders,
Nice.
etc., etc., etc.
Oh, there's the perfect pet for me. I want a gelatinous cube as a pet, as my familiar.
Gross.
Why?
That is a possibility, but I think it's only certain slimes that can actually be a companion, because most slimes have an intelligence of 0.
Yeah.
Like a jellyfish, they just kind of exist.
Yep.
It's the perfect garbage disposal, though.
What,
We
Zero's
should put
not
them in
It
our
really is.
cans.
Is that going to be it for tonight, or do we have 1 or 2 more questions?
By the way, Tatters, I give you a solid 9 in your game mastering lately.
A
Thank
9.
you. I appreciate that.
I give her a 9.
So a 9 is a damn good score. I'm not going to be a jaded bitch that's like, no, you should give me a 10.
Hey, that's above average.
Wait, 9 out of 100? Fuck you.
that was the tease. Yes, storytelling sways that, most of it, but 9 out of 10.
That's entirely fair. And I, again, am not one of those people that is going to expect a 10 every time. If I did a 10, you guys need to be walking away from this screaming my praises. If I did not do that, I don't deserve a 10, and I understand that.
If you make me cry, you'll get a 10.
All right then. So if somebody else has any more feedback, either good or bad, I am going to call it here then. Going once. Going
Needs
twice.
to be more wenches.
Needs to be more wenches. I'll handle that. 3 times the lady. That is going to be it for tonight then. Thank you everybody who is watching for joining. And thank you to my players for sticking with me. I know I have some places to improve on, and I am continuing to try to do so.
Do kobolds lay eggs like chickens?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Do you eat
Not-
your own eggs?
Yes, they do.
Yes. All the time.
So that's what happens to them. You don't serve them up to the rest of the party? What the hell?
No, that's. I'm pretty sure that is actually established. Like, they're effectively cannibals. They will eat their babies.
Kobolds eat whatever is available.
Yup.
If they have the dumb kid that doesn't really do anything, that dumb kid's going in the pot. Sorry.
So do gnolls.
Gonna be useful for something by the end of this.
Yeah,
I totally
kobolds.
disagree with that statement because I think the dumb kid would find a way to survive because it's a kobold.
This
True.
is true.
It'll
That-
then
that is
die in
fact.
some other stupid manner, but
They'll survive the pot.
they'll survive the getting put in the pot by their parent somehow.
Alright.
Like 50 of them will charge an ogre and expect to win, but
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, thank you very much. And RageBat Plays will be back on Monday. Now, as was said at the beginning of the stream, we will not be doing anything next Friday. Next Friday is the day after Thanksgiving in the US.
so we should be back on the 11th unless we're gonna play on the 4th instead.
As far as Pathfinder goes, that is correct. So Pathfinder, the next game is the 11th.
Okay.
Keith.
And we also need to figure out the Christmas issue
Yeah.
at some
Yep,
point.
I am not going to do holidays unless it is a unanimous decision, and we'll just do a one shot for holidays.
I vote we either play the week before or the week after. Though there are problems with the week after on that one.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, primarily drunk DM.
Yeah, Chris. New
Come
Year's
on,
Eve,
to the wind.
New Year's Day, hangover day.
Yeah, New Year's hangover.
Annoyed
Alright.
that PDFC is not happening that weekend. Yeah.
Hey, I have a question for
We
you.
would if we could. Okay, Drax, we would if we could.
Totally off topic, everyone.
I'd just be drinking.
Off
Alright.
topic,
Let's
but Belly
pour
has
outro.
something.
Let's do our outros. Lance, you go ahead with yours. I already did mine.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have a good day.
I want everybody's opinion on this totally off topic subject. Does everybody think that during the month of November, KFC should have KFTs?
Oh my god, shut the fuck up.